Hello again, everyone. You're getting a little bit of glare off my product today that I'm going to be profiling. This is a writer's box from Galen Leather. And this is an item that I have been attempting to get several times, and it just has never worked out. And actually, let me align this a little bit better so that we can maybe zoom out a little bit. Oops, you're gonna see the edge of my table there. I think that's about as far out as I can zoom. And yeah, let's just go ahead and cover that up for now so you're not getting all of that glare. So this is a special edition of the writer's box, which is made out of mahogany. And it's a limited edition, I think, so I'm not sure if it's going to continue to be available, but I will put a link down below to the product page for this, assuming it is still available at the time that it's posted. I'm assuming that they're still going to have their regular writer's box if they don't have this one. So for those of you that don't know, basically the deal with the writer's box is it is a box and it is made out of wood. And you may have, if you've been watching my channel for a while, you've probably heard the stories that I had about trying to get prior versions of this box. It's a really beautiful box. So long story short, I ordered one of their original writer's boxes several years ago. It never arrived. And I think it was during a hard time for the family that runs Galen Leather. They had a family member who died, and just that didn't work out. And I didn't get that box. I ended up getting a refund. And then I ordered the same version of the writer's box from Goulet Pens, and it came completely warped. This front of the box was completely bowed. Like here, there was a huge gap here, and it was more gap on the sides. And then so I returned that. And then more recently, I saw this, and there was a special sale. I forget what the sale was even for, but there was a special sale. And so I went ahead and got this. With the sale, it ended up being the same price as the normal writer's box, but the mahogany box is more expensive than the normal one. And the reason why I decided to try again is mahogany is a really sturdy leather, or sorry, wood. Sorry, I was thinking of Galen Leather. It's a really sturdy wood, and I've already had this out in my house for a few days. I live in a very dry environment in Colorado, and it seems like this closure is fine. It seems like there's the same amount of spacing on this that there was when I got it. And I figured this would be less likely to warp than the prior version. So basically this is a mahogany burl. So you can see the little burl wood marks on the front, which makes it quite beautiful. The idea behind this box is you have the box, and then there are these little stand feet here. So you raise the feet, and then you put the box back down on the feet, and then you turn over the box, and it is at an angle, and then your paper will catch here, so you can write here. Let me actually, the only paper I have is this, which is a piece of watercolor paper. But so if you do that, you can put that here, and then you can write. You can write on the writer's box. Supposedly this was inspired by old style versions of this kind of box. You can see more about that info on their website. But so you can write on the box, which is very nice. And then on the inside, so you have this empty box area here. I'm sorry, this is so unwieldy. And then on the top here, you have so it's lined in leather up here, and then you have all these little elastic bits to hold whatever you want to put in here. So you can put pens in these little guys. Let's see, six pen slots. What I might end up doing is putting 6 of my EDC pens in here, and actually this might prompt me to downsize, or I can just put some extra ones here. depending. And you know, I bet this would fit a Hobonichi Weeks perfectly. This looks a little too small for anything B6 Slim, which is my normal planner size. But I'll have to figure out how I want to configure this. And once I do figure that out, I will probably profile that again on the channel. But I did want to kind of let you know what happened or what's happening in my writer's box journey from Galen Leather. I think this one is going to be a keeper. When I ordered it originally, so they do come as an option. They come with a strap that goes around the box on these sides and then has a handle. So I didn't order that with the original box because I thought if I did have to return it, I didn't want to have to return 2 items. But I did go back and order the strap subsequently so that I could put that on here. And I think it's going to work really, really well. And like I said, so far, no warping. The last time I got it, it warped. It arrived fairly warped and then it just kept warping. But this wood is so sturdy and strong. I don't think that it's going to be a problem. And that's why I decided to try again with the writer's box. Let me go ahead and put that white piece of paper there so you can't see my overhead light. But yeah, this is going to be super nice. And I do actually want to use it for writing. And I might end up using it with my transcription project so that I can hold the book up to write in it. Because I have had a few issues with reaching the end of my paper and that sort of being awkward and uncomfortable. It might take me a little while to do that. For those of you that were... So I'm filming this towards, I'm filming this in November, but you're probably going to see this later in December or maybe even January just because of the lineup of my videos that are planned. But as of November, I had some shoulder issues. I don't know if it was a pinched nerve or if it was just a muscle issue, but basically I kind of had to stop doing a lot of writing, doing a lot of art that was kind of hard on my shoulder. So I was giving it a bit of a rest. I'm hoping by the time you see this, I won't have that issue anymore, but you never know. That's one of the downsides of getting older is your body kind of falls apart. That has definitely been my experience. And then for some reason I twisted my ankle and had a bum shoulder on my right side, both on my right side, all at the same time. So it was kind of a drag, but you know, that's the way things are. But I do, all that is to say, I do plan to get back into writing more once my shoulder has healed. And I do want to give it a little extra time because I don't want to overuse it again and have issues with it again. But anyway, that's the update on my writer's box journey. I think that this is probably going to be the keeper this time. Finally, I'll have success with the writer's box. It's a beautifully designed box, which is why I was kind of bummed when it didn't work out the first 2 times. But clearly, finally, it was meant to be. And this wood is beautiful. This is much darker than the original wood, which I tend to like for wood. Although I'm kind of a lover of wood of all types. It doesn't really matter. I have walnut and cherry and all that kind of stuff, all furniture made out of all that in my house. So, so wood is very lovely. But anyway, that's all I had for you today. Like I said, I'm going to put a link to this box, this limited edition box, assuming it is still available. Like I said, I don't know why it's limited, whether it's the wood or, you know, they're just doing them on a limited basis. But I'll put a link to this, and if they don't have this, I'll put the link to the normal box that they normally have. And yeah, so that's all I had for you today. Feel free to subscribe to keep track of future videos on my channel. If you enjoyed this video, give it a like. I hope to see you next time, but in the meantime, have a great day. Thanks so much. Bye.